Today, I'm going to give you more speaking practice. Just listen to the conversation and then we'll study it. We'll look at the stress, the linking and the intonation. Then you practice what you've learnt by repeating the conversation. Oh, and I'll also explain the key phrases and idioms. So let's get started. Today's conversation is about bad driving habits. Hi, Joe. Hi, Liz. Oh dear, what's the matter? I'm so annoyed. Oh, what's happened? The journey here today that normally takes 15 minutes in the car just took me over an hour. Yeah, well, you are a bit late. It's not funny, Liz. I've been sitting in traffic for the last 45 minutes. And you know why? No. Because someone had broken down on the A21. But instead of just overtaking normally, every single driver must have slowed down to have a good look, slowing up all the traffic behind them. Oh, yeah. You mean rubberneckers? Rubberneckers? No! Rubberneckers! They're drivers who slow right down to turn and take a look at an accident or a breakdown in the road. Well, it's a right pain. Then I had some bloke tailgating me all the way here. Why can't they understand they're not the only ones trying to get somewhere? Oh, I know what you mean. The same thing happened to me the other day. Really? Yeah, this bright red sports car with the bass booming out decided to get so close I couldn't even see its headlights behind me. It's road rage. Some people have no purpose in life except to annoy other drivers. Yeah, and they're usually the worst drivers. The same ones that have forgotten where their indicators are. Oh, have you found that too? Yep. No one seems to indicate anymore. Have you ever tried driving abroad? Tell me about it. But let's not go there now. Let's stop all this belly aching and talk about something different. Yeah. Before we study the conversation, here are some of the idioms and phrases that were spoken. Let's now study the conversation together. I'll first underline the stress in each sentence and then mark up the intonation, weak forms and anything else I think needs explaining. Hi, Joe. Okay. Hi, Joe. Stress on hi and Joe. Hi, Joe. And the fall rise intonation. This indicates that I'm expecting to see Joe and I'm pleased to see her or him. Hi, Joe. And then Joe says, hi, Liz. Now this falling intonation signals something's wrong. The last word also sounds slightly longer. Hi, Liz. Oh, dear. Okay, so hi, Liz. Oh, dear. What's the matter? Oh, dear. Oh, dear. What's the matter? What's the matter? What's the matter? Okay, so this is one way of saying it. It's a little phrase which is very common. You may hear some people say, what's the matter? What's the matter? Like this. What's the matter? Okay, stressing the two T's. Or you might hear someone saying, what's the matter? So these two T's become a flap T, and therefore go to D. What's the matter? What's the matter? Or you might even hear, what's the matter? What's the matter? So here, for the two T's, we have a complete glottal stop. And, would you believe, this glottal stop is just holding the air. Don't let it go in your airways, okay? So, you can say, what's the matter? What's the matter? What's the matter? Can you hear the difference?
Oh dear, what's the matter?
Okay. I'm so annoyed. Annoyed. Okay. I'm so annoyed. Well, there we are. Very would not be as effective as so. Why? Listen, I'm very annoyed, or I'm so annoyed. Can you hear the difference?
I'm so annoyed.
There we are. And here, oh, what's happened? Oh, what's happened? So this intonation here signifies that you're disappointed.
Oh, what's happened?
And then Joe says, the journey here today that normally takes 15 minutes in the car just took me over an hour. Okay, so those are the stresses. Where are the weak forms? Now, this is the, not the, because it's followed by a consonant, j. The journey here today that normally, can you hear there's a bit of a, there's not a smooth transition because we have two consonants together. And T is one of the consonants which is often dropped. And here we have what's called a stop T. So we say not that normally, but we would say that normally takes 15 minutes. 15 minutes in the car. Okay, so that's a stop T there.
The journey here today that normally takes 15 minutes in the car
just took me over. We have two vowels here, E and O. What's the sound that comes between these two? Took me over. Can you hear it? It's a y. Took me over an hour. Now, did I say it with a linking R? Probably. So, over an hour. And we have a little schwa there, okay? Over an hour.
just took me over an hour.
Good. It's your turn now. Just copy me.
Hi, Joe. Hi, Liz. Oh dear, what's the matter? I'm so annoyed. Oh, what's happened?
Here are some idioms and phrases spoken in the next section. Yeah, well, you're a bit late. You're a bit late. Or, as it's written, you are a bit late. Now, why did I stress are? You are a bit late. Okay, well, because I'm trying to stress the point that she is late. And also, I'm trying to make a joke of it. So I pretend it bothers me, okay, by stressing are. Okay, so let's look at the stress. Yeah, well, you are a bit late. Ha 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 ha. Okay, let's look at the you are a bit late. Let's look at the weak form. You are a bit late. You are. Okay, can you hear? You are. What's that linking sound here? It's a w. You are a bit late.
Yeah, well, you are a bit late.
So she knows I'm trying to make a joke. So Joe says, it's not funny, Liz. It's not funny, Liz. Okay. Now hear this intonation. Liz. It's not funny, Liz. Can you hear that? It's not funny, Liz. Why? Why do I rise there? Because there's more to say.
It's not funny, Liz.
I've been sitting in traffic for the last 45 minutes. Now been gets shortened to been. I've been, see the I there? There we are. I've been sitting in traffic. Sitting in traffic. We've got a linking here. sitting in traffic for the last, can you hear that? It's not for the last, it's for the last 45 minutes. Now, here you might find that people say last 45 minutes, for the last 45 minutes. So you could say, I'm gonna stop tea there for the last 45 minutes. You could say for the last 45 minutes. But when you say a T, try not to put too much emphasis on the T. It's much better sound just to say for the last 45 minutes or for the last 45 minutes. Okay, 45. Any more linkings there? No, I think that's it.
I've been sitting in traffic for the last 45 minutes.
Next one. And you know why? And you know why? Can you hear it? And you know why? And you know. Ooh, look at this. Well, you could have this sound, j, and you know why? Or, and you know why? Just drop the D instead. You could just drop the D. It's up to you how you say it. And you know why? And you know why? Can you hear it? And you know why? Okay. Why? So that's why. Ooh, rise, fall, rise. Okay. So this is because it's an unfinished sentence. Okay. That means I'm going to tell you just a bit more.
And you know why?
And then Liz says, no, meaning she expects her to tell her. Okay, so it's rising because it's expecting a reply.
No.
Because someone had broken down on the A21. Because someone had broken down on the there's only one A21, on the A, and it's the because it precedes the A, so there's two vowels, so it becomes the A21. Okay, so let's look at the schwas. Because someone had broken of course has the schwa there, broken down on the A21.
Because someone had broken down on the A21.
But instead of just overtaking normally, okay, so you could say, but instead, and then you kind of link the T to the I, but instead, I believe I may have done a little flap T here. I'm not quite sure, but I think it was a flap T, which sounds like a D. But instead, so it's a link, but instead of, can you hear the link? But instead of, and then we have the instead of just overtaking normally of course has a little schwa there because the stress is here. Normally, every single driver must have, can you hear the schwa? Must have slowed down to have a good look, There we are. Slowing up all the traffic behind them. Now, them is not them, but it's them, okay? And it comes down with the intonation here. Why? Because it's the end of a sentence.
But instead of just overtaking normally, every single driver must have slowed down to have a good look, slowing up all the traffic behind them.
It's your turn now. Just copy me.
Yeah, well, you are a bit late. It's not funny, Liz. I've been sitting in traffic for the last 45 minutes. And you know why? No. Because someone had broken down on the A21. But instead of just overtaking normally, Every single driver must have slowed down to have a good look. Slowing up all the traffic behind them.
Here are some idioms and phrases spoken in the next section. And Liz says, oh yeah. You mean rubberneckers? You mean, yeah? You mean, not you mean. You mean rubber, of course there's the schwa there. Rubberneckers? Okay, so she's kind of asking a question there. So it goes rubberneckers? Rubberneckers? Can you hear it? That questioning intonation.
Oh yeah, you mean rubberneckers?
And then Joe says, rubber knickers? Can you hear? Rubber knickers? Here, again, it rises and falls and rises. So what is she doing? Well, with that intonation, she's asking for the speaker to repeat.
Rubber knickers?
And of course, Liz says, no, rubber neckers. Rubber neckers. And here the intonation is to stress a point.
No, rubber neckers.
They're drivers. Okay, they're drivers. They're drivers. Can you hear it? They're drivers. So there becomes shortened to there. They're drivers. Okay, they're drivers who slow right down. Did I say right down? I doubt it. I think there's a stop T here. Stop T. Right down to turn. Did you hear the schwa? To turn and take a good look. Aha. And take off that D. And take, because it's followed by another consonant. And take of course, not a, but take a look at an accident. Or might have a linking here, linking R, or a breakdown in the road. Okay, falling here, end of sentence. But did we link breakdown in the road or a breakdown in the road? I think I probably linked the N, the consonant, with the vowel. A breakdown in the road.
They're drivers who slow right down to turn and take a look at an accident or a breakdown in the road.
And then Joe says, well, it's a right pain. Okay, it's a right pain. It's a right pain. Okay. Now, did you hear there's a stop T here? Stop T. Okay, because the T is often missed out when it's followed by a consonant. And it gives a smooth transition. And this is a very common phrase. It's a right pain. We rarely pronounce that T. It's a right pain. Listen to the difference. It's a right pain. Doesn't sound quite right. It's a right pain. Or it's a right pain.
Well, it's a right pain.
Then I had some bloke tailgating me all the way here. Then I had some bloke tailgating me all the way here. Okay, weak forms. Then I had some bloke tailgating me all the way here. All the way here. Well, I can't see any weak forms, but I can see a linking here. We've got two vowels. So me all the way here. Okay.
Then I had some bloke tailgating me all the way here.
Why can't, it's a negative, so we stress a negative. Why can't they understand? They understand, and here they to a U here, They understand they're not the only ones. Okay, negative, they're not the only ones. They're not the only ones. Trying to get somewhere. And of course, we have a schwa there. Trying to get somewhere. Okay. Now, the intonation here, trying to get somewhere. Somewhere. And here it lifts at the end. Trying to get somewhere. Trying to get somewhere. Can you hear it?
Why can't they understand they're not the only ones trying to get somewhere?
It's your turn now. Just copy me.
Oh, yeah. You mean rubberneckers? Rubber knickers? No! Rubberneckers! They're drivers who slow right down to turn and take a look at an accident or a breakdown in the road. Well, it's a right pain. Then I had some bloke tailgating me all the way here. Why can't they understand they're not the only ones trying to get somewhere?
Here are some idioms and phrases spoken in the next section. Oh, I know what you mean. Oh, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah? I know what you mean. It's a very common phrase. So we tend to shorten it here with a stop T here, where you just hold the breath in your throat. Okay? I know what you mean. And the intonation comes down at the end. And this shows empathy. Okay? And it's a very common phrase. So it could be shortened. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Oh, I know what you mean.
The same thing happened to me the other day. The same thing. Oh, let's get the rubber for that. The same thing happened to me the other day. Of course, other is a schwa here. The same thing happened to me. And we put the stress on me the other day. Now, why do we say that? Well, because we're again showing empathy. We're saying, oh, it's not just you. I've also experienced it.
The same thing happened to me the other day.
And then Jo is very interested because she says, really? So she's asking that person just by the intonation, really? The full rise intonation, to encourage Liz to say a bit more about her experience.
Really?
So Liz obliges. Yeah. Can you hear it? Yeah, this bright red sports car with the bass booming out decided to get so close. Notice how the so is better than very here because it gives more emphasis. Get so close, I couldn't even, okay, and it just links to this one here, the T. Of course, you can also drop the T if you want to. It doesn't matter. I couldn't even, like that. I'm not sure what I did in the video, but that's for you to find out. I couldn't even see its headlights. Double stress here. Headlights behind me. Now, did you hear this? Behind me. You wouldn't say behind me because it's not a very smooth transition. So we have a stop D, what's called a stop D here. Behind me. And I think that me is stressed.
Yeah, this bright red sports car with the bass booming out decided to get so close I couldn't even see its headlights behind me.
There we are.
It's road rage.
Some people have no purpose in life. Some people have no purpose. purpose. Now, this is a purpose, so there's no stress there. Let's take the rubber and just rub that out. There's no purpose in life. Purpose in life. Purpose in life. Purpose in life. In life. Except to annoy other drivers. To annoy other drivers. Did you hear the link? Two vowel sounds here. What is it? It's a W. To annoy other drivers. It's road rage. Some people have no. So let's put a stress. Have no purpose. Have no purpose in life except to annoy other drivers. Now, except to annoy other drivers. Can you hear the linking? Annoy other. So this y here links here to the annoy other drivers, not other drivers.
Some people have no purpose in life except to annoy other drivers.
It's your turn now. Just copy me.
Oh, I know what you mean. The same thing happened to me the other day. Really? Yeah, this bright red sports car with the bass booming out decided to get so close I couldn't even see its headlights behind me. It's road rage. Some people have no purpose in life except to annoy other drivers.
Here are some idioms and phrases spoken in the next section. Yeah, and they're usually the worst drivers. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and they're usually, of course there's a schwa there, usually the worst drivers. And they're usually the worst drivers.
Yeah, and they're usually the worst drivers.
The same ones that have forgotten, that have. Ooh, there you go, lovely. There's a little and then schwa there. That have. And a stop T there, that have. Oh, no, actually, it's not a stop T. It's actually a flap T. Okay, let's get that rubber. That have. It's a flap T. So it's a D sound. That have forgotten. Did you hear that? The two T's, forgotten. Okay, we have a glottal stop here for these two T's. This is, again, it's a stop T. Gotten. Have forgotten, or forgotten. It's up to you. You could say forgotten. That have forgotten or forgotten where their indicators are. Have forgotten where their indicators are. Where their indicators are. Yeah? Where their indicators are. Okay? And then that's a stress. Indicators are.
The same ones that have forgotten where their indicators are.
Joe says, oh, have you found that too? Oh, have you found that too? All stressed here, apart from this function word. Have you found that too?
Oh, have you found that too?
And Liz says, yep. Instead of saying yes, this is an informal way of sounding confident. No one seems to indicate anymore. No one seems to indicate. Again, we've got a linking here, and it's a W. Seems to indicate anymore. And of course we have the T linking to the E of anymore. And don't forget the stress here. No one seems to indicate anymore.
Yep. No one seems to indicate anymore.
Have you ever? I'm sure you've said that many times. Have you ever tried driving abroad? Okay, so here, have you ever? Again, have you ever? We have a linking W, between the vowel sounds. Have you ever tried driving? Now, we have two Ds here, so that becomes one. Have you ever tried driving abroad? Driving abroad. Driving abroad.
Have you ever tried driving abroad?
Ha 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 ha. Tell me about it. Ah, now this is a phrase. Tell me about it. Now, here there was a definite flap T. Definite flap T there. So it sounds like a D. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Yeah. Tell me. Yeah. Like that. Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Tell me about it.
Okay, so that's trying to say, I know what you mean. It's another way of saying, I know what you mean. But let's not go there today. But let's not go there now. Sorry, it's now. Let's not go there now. Let's not go there now.
But let's not go there now.
Let's stop all, consonant to vowel. Let's stop all this belly aching, and talk about something different. Ha ha. Tell me about it. Ooh, or tell me about it. But let's not, stop T. Okay, stop T. But let's not go there now. But let's not, another stop T. Let's not go there now. Let's stop all this belly aching. Let's stop. T, s, s, t. So it's difficult, isn't it? Let's stop. So we combine the two S's. Let's stop. Let's stop all this belly aching. Let's stop all this belly aching and talk about something different. So we have a belly aching and talk about linking. And of course we have the schwa. Talk about something. Another stop T. Talk about something different.
Let's stop all this belly aching and talk about something different.
And Jo agrees and she says, yeah. And that, of course, is an informal word for yes. It's your turn now. Just copy me.
Yeah, and they're usually the worst drivers. The same ones that have forgotten where their indicators are. Oh, have you found that too? Yep. No one seems to indicate anymore. Have you ever tried driving abroad? Tell me about it. But let's not go there now. Let's stop all this belly aching and talk about something different. Yeah. For more speaking practice, go here. Love and peace.